All right, mic check, 1 2 1 2. What it do? It's your boys. It's the fucking Shark Stream. We back with our 9th episode. Make it with the fucking we got Ron DeDon, Toby Wakadobi, Jeremiah the Leo Messiah.
Hello. Number nine.
Yes, sir. We're here. We got the hottest topics of the week coming straight at you out of Atlanta. We got to talk about the fucking Jeezy versus Gucci battle. Fucking. Oh yeah, that's the perfect. That's the perfect one for that one. Grammy nominations, and we're gonna touch on this. I guess politics is what you would call it. I don't even know if any of this shit politics no more. To be completely honest,
I don't know.
Shit,
like,
circus.
I mean, yeah, like technically, I guess it's political, but it's not. It's not politics. Mm-hmm. Joe Biden really about to three-peat in Georgia. That's crazy.
Yeah,
like 96 to 98 Bulls three-peat.
Yo. I don't understand.
His last leg.
So I guess that's what we're starting off with?
Yeah.
We can start off with that.
I mean,
all right.
I don't know. I'd say he's the sorest loser.
Trump?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
He's the
100%.
biggest loser.
You know what's funny? I went to the Trump rally on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And his people are honestly batshit insane. They were screaming, 4 more years, 4 more years. And like, nigga, y'all lost.
Right.
Nigga, y'all lost, go home.
Right,
Exactly.
like, Trump is 2 for 30 in lawsuits. He's putting up Game 7 Clippers numbers right now. Like,
That
bro,
is ridiculous.
It's, like, it's to a point where it's so bad, every one of his tweets is flagged.
Yo,
Like,
everyone, I've seen that.
one.
Literally every single
Everyone
one.
is to a point where even the people he's retweeting
This is
are
confirmed.
flagged. He retweeted some lady, I don't even know her name, who basically said the ballots don't count, the envelopes do. Because she was saying in Georgia they threw out the envelopes with the signatures and mixed all the ballots together. Now, the thing says it's false.
Third recount.
The
right
thing
now.
says it's false, but the thing about it is that's not like 100% false.
I know.
What happens is when you get mail-in ballots, and Brad, whatever, Secretary of State came out and said it, they don't separate the mail-in ballots that come from, like, you know, in the state, and the ones that are from people who are out of state or overseas military, who typically are the ones who usually do the absentee mail-in ballots. So he said, they asked the question like 2 weeks ago, or 3, when the fuck was the election? Like,
Dude,
how long is this month?
this election-
3 weeks ago, they asked the question, like, because he was like, we won't get the overseas ones until like Friday. So one of the reporters asked, you know, do you separate those? And he was like, no, they come the same. They all come in an envelope that just says, like, mail-in absentee ballot. We don't separate them. We just all put them in a pile and then we count them. So, yeah, they don't care about the envelopes. They care about the ballots.
Yeah.
And that's what they match up.
I know there's some fuck shit going on because a good friend of mine, Joe, in Oregon, asked for absentee ballot in June, has never gotten one.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are on the more blue fucking side, whatever. It's all bullshit. We know this.
Yeah.
That haven't got their ballots, and they're not really bitching about it because
Right.
we quote unquote won.
Yeah.
But did we really? Because we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I can still get shot tomorrow.
Yeah, see,
definitely.
Yeah, We're not. Cause I've actually had this conversation with a few people. It's been like, this doesn't change. Like, I'm not expecting because I think normally I'm not.
Biden said America is back, bro. Nothing has changed.
When I saw that, I was like, yo, is this nigga serious?
America's
Nothing has
back.
changed,
This
This
nigga.
nigga serious?
Yes, he is. Because that's the other thing. It's like Toby said. It's a matter of being consistent and like doing what. It's a matter of being consistent and doing what we need to do to get the laws that we want passed and all that different type of stuff. Like, it doesn't just stop like there. But one thing I can definitively say, this nigga gotta go, bruh. This nigga just gotta go. I mean, he's gone.
He already
like I did.
Michael Flynn.
I'm about to
Was it
say.
Michael Flynn or George Flynn?
We saw
Whatever
because
the fuck his name is.
I think they agreed to start with the transitional phase, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
yesterday.
just agreed to
Yeah.
that.
So
But he still didn't
Even though-
concede.
that's weird to me though.
I'm
Like, it's like.
bro, what is going
even
on?
Yeah.
Even though they
Control.
requested a third count in Georgia,
Right,
which
I'm
is
like, bro,
the
what is
craziest
going
thing to
on?
me.
He
Just doesn't give a
it was
fuck
such a
anymore.
wild
He doesn't.
cycle. They disowned Sidney Powell, and then whoever is over the GSA was like Emily something, I think, or I don't remember her name. I don't care about names like that. She was like, okay, yeah, I have not been pressured into doing this. I'm doing this on my own free will. I'm going to start the transition process. And then Trump tweets, allegedly, because I don't know if he actually typed it.
Allegedly.
She's been receiving death threats and we care about her family and nobody pressured her to do this. And then said, but we still will not concede. We still have lawsuits going on.
Right.
Bro, what is going on?
Bro,
are we in the Twilight Zone?
Yes,
This
bro.
is bizarre.
Okay,
Yo,
so,
this can't be
bro,
real.
what happened was somebody traveled back in time and did something wrong, and now we're in like the split universe. You know,
Yes.
a lot of shit wasn't supposed to happen. This includes
forcing off, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out when it happened because it happened
They
at
were
a.
licking ice cream last year.
No, it happened before that because there are things that are happening. Look, LeBron wasn't supposed to win that game. Wasn't supposed to win that championship against the Warriors, and the Warriors weren't supposed to win that first championship against LeBron.
Okay.
And so but it goes back even before that. Let me see. Tupac probably wasn't supposed to die.
There you go.
I'm about to say it goes back even further.
JFK wasn't supposed to get shot.
Yeah, like there are so many.
I think it's after that.
It might be after that.
A little bit after
It
that.
might be after that.
Right after.
Right
I
after
think
that.
I think it's somewhere.
Kobe's gone.
I know what it was. When Eddie Murphy released My Girl Likes to Party All the Time in the 80s. My girl wants to. That's when it happened. They're like,
Everything
niggas stay funny.
Was who it did? Wasn't.
think it was
Didn't Mark Wahlberg? When did Mark Wahlberg start
And the Funky
rapping?
Bunch?
That was the
that
90s.
No,
If that happened after that point, then you might be right.
No,
If Mark
no,
Wahlberg
no.
started rapping after that.
I don't think it was that.
No, after that.
You know what it happened? When OJ got away with double homicide.
No,
that-
we needed that. We needed that.
No.
We needed that win. We needed that
We needed
win.
that. See,
did
we
need
all
that.
know he did it. We all know he did it.
We definitely needed that. That
What happened? Oh no, our soundboard. Oh no. Wait. Oh, only pain. Only pain. Our soundboard. Oh no. Wait.
I don't got that kind of time because it's a panoramic.
All right, let's go. It
Are we recording?
should work now.
Are we on it?
Put some respect.
technical difficulties.
Yes, sir.
That's what I was looking for.
Like, yes,
Yeah.
we needed the OJ thing, but it was too much.
It was too much.
That might
Wait.
have.
Hey, OJ didn't even
Way
really
too
fuck
much
with
power.
black people like that.
He
for
didn't.
real, which
That's
is
what-
funny.
that's the
I wish somebody
Didn't.
killed
And
a
it was-
white woman that fucked with black
It
people.
was the way black people rallied around that.
It's just so
Yeah.
What did Jay-Z say?
I'm not black.
I'm
Okay.
not black. I'm OJ.
Okay.
Bro, that
Okay.
okay is
Okay.
so iconic.
Iconic, man. It's like the best. It's the absolute best.
Yeah,
but
man.
like, oh man, this election is wild.
Yeah,
It's
and-
like, I didn't even know that until like literally today. I was today years old when I learned that recounts are a burden on taxpayers.
On the state, I read
Yes.
that today.
And,
Yes.
and like Fulton and DeKalb combined projects like almost 600,000 in taxpayer debt because of these recounts that have
Yeah.
come up. And then you still got to do Cobb, you still got to do Clayton, you still got to do all these
All
other
those.
counties that are going to do these tax things. And it's just so hilarious to me because
Yes, sir.
Trump spent his entire summer.
This ain't
It's
it.
not.
It is not it.
I don't got that kind of time.
Yes, sir. Trump spent this whole thing saying that.
Why?
He
You
spent this whole
lost.
time saying Biden
You
was
lost.
going to raise your taxes, and
Technically,
this by Trump is going to raise our taxes. And starting next year, if you make like under 100,000 or something like that, it might be under 200,000. Every other year, starting in 2021, your taxes are going to incrementally go up
From Trump.
from 2021 till 2027. Yeah,
Yep.
from Trump.
Exactly.
I read that.
This ain't it.
It really ain't. It's
not.
about
And it's
time.
like-
It's about time to cut somebody's head off.
What are these?
It's about time. Somebody's got to die.
I'm not gonna hold you. One of the reasons I am kind of happy that Trump is definitely not in office is because I was like, bro, if this nigga get reelected, it's anarchy. Like something bad is going to happen a lot. Like this was like the most because I think I might have said this
That was
on
gonna
one.
happen either way.
I mean,
but
yeah, but-
I definitely felt like it was gonna be worse if Trump was president again.
Because what I was saying was I might have said this on one of the other podcasts, but it's crazy to think that this is the largest voter turnout, I think, in like history.
History.
In history, and there obviously weren't just as many, but there were hella people that also showed up for like we got to put this nigga back in office.
Yeah,
Yeah, he got like 73 or something like that. Biden got 80, so I think Trump got like 73 or 74. Like Biden's margin of victory is only 6 million people, which is like
not even a
loud.
lot.
Not even a lot.
But
which
it's
is
like, damn,
crazy.
that's not that many people.
You know what my biggest fear is that with Biden getting elected, I think everybody has in the back of their mind is that I think people are just going to get complacent again. The one good thing about Trump, the only good thing about Trump is we had a villain 100% of the time that was a villain that, by all measures, Biden is still a fucking villain.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is definitely top cop villain.
RoboCop.
Yes, RoboCop.
Or Desi cop.
But it's like, it's definitely... It's definitely...
That would be a little much. All right.
They're definitely not like the end-all, be-all superheroes for it.
Not at all.
And it's definitely like the whole thing, like the main thing I hated Biden said was, oh, I'm going to work with the Republicans. And I'm just like, bro, no. I don't want you to work with any of them.
I already told
Anybody
y'all
that's in the
niggas.
system.
None of them.
I already told y'all niggas Joe Biden literally looks like a fucking White Walker, man. Look in his eyes.
He does.
Like,
He doesn't have a soul.
The wildest thing about it, though, is because I'm looking at the exit polls now, and they should be more updated. People, like whites with no degree, from 18 to 29, which had the highest turnout of voters in this election, 56% of them voted for Trump. 30 to 44, 69%. Nice. 45 to 64, 69%. 65 and older, 67%. No college degree. White people who voted for Trump. And one of the Republicans' main things that they like to say is, like, if you go to college, they make you like a liberal. They radicalize you. You become gay if you go to college. They like to say stuff like that.
Yeah, it's true.
And like all
It's true.
these Republicans who don't go and get degrees and vote like this, take this advice, I guess, from political elected officials with degrees.
Who did go to college.
So
and have
how
knowledge of what
the
they're
fuck
talking
do
about.
you go to college and not get liberalized, but they don't go to college? Like, where's the disconnect?
Like,
Without
I
the
mean, but it's not even a
degree.
disconnect because they know what they're doing. They've always known
Yeah,
what
no,
they're doing. 'Cause you're
no,
appealing-
I'm not talking about the people who are telling them.
You
Like,
talking
that's-
about the
that's
people
the
who are
game.
being told.
I'm talking about the people who are being told. I was like, at a certain point,
But they really believe what they're being
they
told,
really
bro.
do,
And it's
and that's the
crazy.
scary thing. Because when you
They
look
do.
at the numbers, it's 73 million
That's a
people.
lot of people.
Dude, there's a
who
lot of
believe
people
this.
with just Facebook pages full of conspiracy theories.
There's
Like,
all,
this shit
we
is
have a
crazy.
House
QAnon,
representative
It's crazy.
who is a
QAnon,
QAnon
yeah.
for Georgia. Majorie, whatever, is a whole QAnon supporter who was like, oh yeah, she got into it with Ilhan Omar about, oh, you married your brother for like citizenship. And I was like, bro, like, you're a whole elected official. Like, I could say some wild stuff like that on Twitter and be like, oh, it's hacked. You're a whole elected official. You have no excuse.
Man, I don't know.
She
Well,
posted a whole workout video in her hotel room.
It's like, man, it's just weird. Even today, I went. We got a.
Whites with college degrees, both from 18 to 29, voted for Trump and Biden at the same clip.
Yeah.
So fuck it. I don't know what it is.
My mom even
Fuck it,
said
it's
this,
white people.
and it's so interesting. So of course, you have the very outwardly racist white people, like, and that was the thing about Trump. It just made them okay to be outwardly racist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not like
That's what
even-
they hate
They
going back
felt
to.
protected.
You
Yeah.
can see the direct correlation. Like today I went to work and we were just driving, and I think there was an accident on the highway, so we had to take the streetway in order to get back to the job. And there's still people with their Trump signs out, plastered in their yard and shit, and they'd be like, "Well, that nigga lost though." So this is just a symbol of like,
Hate.
it's just literally a symbol. Like,
Why do they like such losing flags though? The Confederate flag, the Trump flag.
because it's something to hold on to,
like
and they
the
hate that
Nazi
concept of
flag.
change.
Like, why do you niggas hold on to losers? Like,
They love the American flag. The American flag is kind of a symbol of racism to me. I'm not lying.
Oh, yeah, like-
But it ain't a loser flag.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, it's not technically.
it ain't a losing flag.
the American flag is the only flag I can look at. Like, where, like, you can see the Jamaican flag. You could see somebody with a Japanese flag
Yeah.
or any other Caribbean flag or hell, even like maybe not the British flag.
Nah,
but
even
like
the
if
British
I
flag.
see somebody with an American flag,
There's racism.
I'm like, oh, you racist.
Yeah, 100%. Because who would want to fucking promote that shit?
Yeah, like,
but
you're racist. Like, that flag is a symbol of, like, everybody else's flag is a symbol of, like, heritage and nationalism. Mm-hmm. That is not a flag of, like, nationalism.
It is, but it's just the fact of, like, not saying that every country has a great history, but this country has fucked up history, and it's not even extremely like far. It's like yesterday,
yeah,
the day before.
It's like
we have learned nothing.
It's like it's still going on.
They have learned nothing.
Absolutely. Well, no, they have learned things. They've learned how to hide it better or make it not as obvious.
Yeah, reminds me of The Watchmen.
Dude, you've seen Watchmen?
Yeah, it reminds me of The Watchmen.
Dude, bro. Okay, so I love this fucking tangent. So one of the things that I loved about Watchmen was the concept, the philosophy in the show. One of the philosophies in the show, they very much mix so the Watchmen universe is a made-up universe. Yeah. Not made-up, but it's like skewed reality kind of, right? Yeah. But also, they incorporated things that really happen in reality. Yeah. And the way they did it in a way that, like, so a lot of people, for example, the first episode when they did the Tulsa, Oklahoma City bombings, a lot of people really didn't know about that. I knew about that.
My parents made me read the books about that.
Like, so a lot of people didn't know about that. And I remember, like, talking to a few people, and they were like, bro, that scene was crazy, bro. And I was like, bro, you know that really happened.
That scene. They bombed people. They bombed.
And they buried people under. They say they buried a lot of them people under one of the stadiums there or some shit like that. Like, it was like a mass grave, and then they used the stadium to, like, cover it up. Like, but yeah, they killed hella people. That, and remember in the second episode when they showed the army dudes walking and they dropped the letters on them, that really also happened. They incorporate a lot of things that happen in real reality into the show just to get that concept of, like,
that was like the greatest things about the Watchmen, like the comic books, because it really made you, like, pick a side. Like when what's his name? I can't think. Yeah, no. He's like an anti-hero, but
Rorschach.
Yeah, and how he's like you have the questions of, is it ethical? Like, would you steal from a store to feed your family, right? The ethical question behind that. But his are like next level. Like, not just like, would you do, like, would you kill this person? Not even just like, would you kill this person to save all these people? Like, this person did this and this person did this. And I'm going to kill them both. But I'm gonna make it seem like the decision is to kill one of them based off of
the
what
dudes.
they did.
The dudes in the Watchmen show were based off of, like, the Rorschach people. That's what they were, quote unquote. That was what they were based off of. But, like, the even the concept. Okay, so this was a really cool one that I had to look into, and it just blew my mind. So, do you remember they showed the Hangman dude at first? There were so many dope things. So, remember they showed him at first.
The Black Hood, I think.
I think his name was Hangman, I think, or something like that. I don't know. The nigga with the news.
Hooded Justice. Hooded
Justice. So when they first showed him, he was a fucking white dude, right? Yeah. And he had the fucking noose around his neck. And not only that, he jumped into the window to fucking beat them niggas up and kill the nigga in that first or second episode. When they show what really happened, he's a black. And of course it makes sense because he has a noose around his neck. I did not even
think about that. Him jumping in the window, him jumping out the window.
In reality, he jumped out the window because he was running away, and how America tries to take reality and turn it and skew it.
Yeah.
But it's not like
the camera, and then it's one guy stabbing him, but the other guy is running. But the way his foot is shaped, it looked like he has a knife. And the way the media shows it is this guy stabbing that.
I know what you mean. I know you're talking about that. But I do want to cover when I said about it's a winning flag. I mean, they win wars. Like it's honestly crazy that there is military base, American military base,
basically everywhere.
The only, do we have any in Russia? No, Russia and China are probably like the only place I think of off the top.
And it was really crazy because of how Trump, like how militarized America is just across the world, and how Trump treated a lot of our treaties that he backed out of. That, like, a lot of the treaties that we have as a country stem from the wars we've been in. They stem from World War I and World War II, and going into the Cold War. We made treaties with, like, Japan, and after World War II, we made treaties with like Poland and all those surrounding countries, basically saying, we'll offer you protection from these other countries, from like Nazi Germany, from Soviet Russia, from communist China, so long as you let us put a base in your land. And then
That's
now
like
he's
mob
like
tactics.
back-
That's
Yeah.
mob tactics.
Yeah, like,
Right.
join-
Listen.
Joint us are getting fucked up.
Yeah,
Like,
and
whose
then-
side are you gonna choose?
And then he pulls out of them as if to say, "Oh yeah, no, I don't give a fuck if they bomb you.
I mean, he don't-
Like
he
you
really
give
doesn't.
me
Which
nothing."
means there's
anymore.
probably something going to happen where a bigger treaty will be signed
Yeah,
under a
afterwards.
more
Yeah, like-
likable president.
Yeah, Biden will come in and sign a whole bunch of treaties.
We're
and
about to get a war.
He'll back off on the tariffs from China and stuff like that, and
It's just so
Things will
interesting.
go down.
Like, it's just so
Prices will go
interesting
down.
to see. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, who? I've always said I would love to just go, not just me go to another country, like not per se on some fuck America shit, but I would love to be able to build something somewhere else, like a community somewhere where I can like, I don't know, have black people come and like live and exist and be able to like prosper in like a community. Not necessarily saying a mass exodus of Negroes from the United States, because not everybody might want to fucking do that. But I want to at least be like,
Have an option.
yeah,
Here's an option.
yeah, exactly. Here's
You
an
know,
option.
I forget his name, the actor from 40-Year-Old Virgin, the black guy that's bald. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Romano or something like
Yeah,
that.
he left America. He does not live in America. I don't think he's ever. I don't think he's lived here for a minute. Stuff like that. It's definitely because what are you gonna build here?
Yeah.
it's hard to build here when they're actually setting fire to foundation, and that's not even a new thing. We all know this. Like it's been forever. The Tulsa fucking.
That was
Another person that's on that shit is fucking Akon. Akon is creating his own
Yeah.
city.
But he's
in
from Africa. He's
Africa.
actually from Africa, though.
But
I heard
still,
it
it's just
conceptually,
it's
yeah.
conceptually creating that foundation in that place where like it can basically be a safe haven
Yeah.
for
Working with
people.
China, I think.
And he
which is
says
interesting.
like people try to
on
like
crypto.
That's a lot
even
because China does buy a lot. They buy a lot of like resources and land
in Africa, there's a whole thing going on right there.
They're almost as bad as like America is. At
Oh,
exploiting
at everything.
Africa.
I think they're probably just as.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
100%.
No,
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 they're
they're
just as bad.
they're
Okay, gotcha.
like exploiting Africa.
I think about Uncut Gems. The beginning of Uncut Gems with the, like I'm pretty sure they're Chinese, but like I've been here for years. There's like secret wars going in Africa right now with us and them. Resources.
Africa's
That's why
most
they get.
resource-rich continent on the
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
planet. Even the way they like, it's crazy how they like even get us to think of Africa. Like
Yeah.
we say Africa, like the whole Africa, like
all-
say like
Zimbabwe, the Congo.
And the thing is, like, you don't even really think of Sudan, Jordan, Egypt as
Africa.
Africa. You think of Middle East, and you think
Yeah.
that's just like some other place.
Yeah.
And
bro,
it's all
Africa can
Africa.
fit like I
Africa.
think it's like America.
Africa can fit all of them.
It can't fit all of them.
It
'cause
can
I'm
fit
like,
America. It can
Africa
fit most of
is
Europe. It can
huge,
fit
dude.
Asia. It can
it can't fit Asia.
Dude,
it can't fit.
the crazy
it can fit,
thing is on maps they actually shrink the size of
Yeah.
Africa.
Yes,
to
yeah,
make
because
it-
it-
to make
it's
it
not
seem
possible-
Like Africa is not as
And
big
if
as
you-
it
and
is.
if you-
And like
not even
Africa
possible.
can fit a
And if
lot
you
of
ever
other
look at
countries.
a
Africa
map,
is huge.
Let me
not
see,
a
I'm
globe,
pulling
but if you
it
ever
right
look at a map flat, you'll notice that the United States or just North America and South America are kind of like centered.
Yeah.
If you ever look at a map that's made, even if it's made in China, if you ever look at a map like North and South America are centered, and then everything else,
It's
you have
like
everything
to the
else to the
side
west,
or-
and then you have everything else to the east. But it's like, oh, it's like a center. I'm sorry, I did that completely backwards. You have everything else to the east, and then everything to the west. But it was like, that's not, like, if you look at it as a globe, that's not how it looks like.
They
You can-
tried to center the world around the U.S.
Yeah, around
like
the US.
everything
Yeah.
revolved
You can
around the
fit
U.S.
the
which is
United States, like you said, basically all of Europe, India, Japan, and China inside of Africa.
Yeah.
I think even if you can do jigsaw with this and fit like probably Australia or some other like. basically,
You can jigsaw and throw Australia in
And
there.
just throw other places in there.
yeah, like basically Africa's fucking huge, and just
Africa
like you
is
said,
huge.
just like you said, they try to like
also beautiful.
Downplay.
they
It's
just
like,
downplay the fuck.
oh, it's just Africa.
You know, literally,
They always need help or
The
something.
only
This is how
time
deep
you
it
hear a
is.
good thing
I
about Africa
know,
is South
man.
Africa.
This is how deep it is.
Africa is
This is how deep it is.
That's it.
Have you
That's
ever?
I've been to Kenya, bro. Africa is fucking beautiful.
Dude, have you guys ever seen 2012?
Yeah.
Do you remember at the
Yeah.
end of the movie when they went to Africa? Yo, the whole world flooded, right? Like if global warming extremely kicked off in this second and the whole world flooded, Africa is elevated. Like Africa would basically, it would be affected, but it would not be.
Yeah.
Everybody would have to basically go to Africa.
Damn, okay.
It's basically living at sea level.
So this makes my question: every person that's like been trying to control Africa, Gaddafi? I don't think he was a bad guy.
I don't think he was.
I'm
We
pretty sure he was
demonized
pretty
him.
chill. Yeah, we like that's enough American shit.
We demonize like guys like Gaddafi and Castro because they wanted to pull out of like
America's shit, make their
America's
own shit.
powerhouse
Yeah,
in like the UN. They wanted
Yeah.
to make their own currency. They wanted their own banks. and they wanted to monopolize Africa based off of its resources, not in a sense of exploitation, like the rest of the world does. They were like, no,
we have to get our shit to get
the resources that we have, and y'all are going to actually pay us. You're not going to just come in and take it and then sell it. Like, that's what they
So do you think if something crazy happens, what if Africa's like, oh, none of y'all niggas can come? Like
that would be the... Not
like
many
many
Africa, it would have to be...
Like, what if Africa came together? Every country was like...
That's what they're afraid of.
That's what they're afraid of.
Africa has everything. You don't need
We need another Gaddafi. We need 10 Gaddafis.
Bro, yes.
All connected.
And they do like the Avengers of Africa.
If you had that successfully, there wouldn't be a situation where Africa would look at certain Black Americans and be like, you couldn't come.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I look at.
If you had it where you had, like, because you had Castro with Malcolm X, right?
Yeah.
If you and the Black Panther Party and Fred Hampton and everybody, if you had it to where we had them and Marcus Garvey and they didn't kill our leaders, then you would have that mass exodus.
It's so crazy how
Africa
you
would
have
take over.
it's so crazy how even if that happened, every country, I'm not gonna say every country, but definitely America would be like, everybody that's doing this shit is demonic. We need to take these niggas out. They're trying to destroy it. It would be
it would definitely be.
and they would come up with an excuse to go, we going to war with Africa.
Dude,
Why?
The propaganda would be out the ass.
Because it's an abuse.
No, you're right.
Why?
Yes.
Because Black people are in an abusive relationship with America. That's exactly how that shit would go. You can't leave us.
Right.
We made you.
Right.
We made you niggas.
Like, use your own resources.
Right.
No, nigga, we made you.
Right.
These niggas are getting smart. What
These
do we do?
motherfuckers are probably trying to
What
bribe
did
us.
Lupe say?
We're like, okay, reparations.
All right. Everyone's like, shit, how much?
Right.
And then how many people are gonna be scamming to get to Africa with that?
I'd be like, see, that would be my thing. I'd be like, see,
Fuck
giving
up
us
the whole
reparations. I'm
mindset.
still leaving.
I'm leaving.
It's just a matter of like,
No,
this is what an
here's
equal
the-
playing field.
Here's the thing: you can give reparations, bro. That's cool. Because now I don't got to spend my own money to get out of here.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
right.
do that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit.
Man, I hope this happens.
Yes.
Like,
Wow.
hold on, I need the lyrics from Dumb It Down. What did the white
There's
guy
seriously
say?
no way. God,
missed
how
out
many
too
people
much
would have
light,
to?
Lou.
Oh my God.
Making them want to do right, Lou. They're getting self-esteem, Lou.
These girls are trying to be queens, Lou. Oh my God, I love
They're
the
starting to
fucking
graduate from
fucking
school,
voice.
Lou. They're starting to think that smart is cool, Lou. I'll tell you what you should do.
Dumb it down. All right, man. We're gonna jump topics.
But
real
since we
quick.
into music, let's get in. Oh, we don't really have a drum roll.
We don't.
But let's get into this 15, 20 years. It don't matter. Because every single day, Gucci wakes up choosing disrespect.
Oh my God. Gucci. That shit petty. All right, let's talk about that shit petty. Let's talk about
Where is? Hold
You
on,
said he
where's Pussy
chose
Respect?
disrespect and he chose violence.
He woke up and chose violence.
Yeah.
Where's Pussy Respect? Come on.
And that's why he.
I don't got that kind of time.
Put some respect on
Where's what?
That was what I needed.
Put some respect on my name.
bro. Gucci.
Like every day.
I don't blame him. You can't blame him.
Okay,
You can't
let's
blame him.
go back.
I'm
Let's
not
go back.
mad.
Let's go
I'm
back.
not mad
Let's
at
go
his
back.
reaction.
Look, we gotta go back. We gotta
can't be
give.
mad.
We gotta give a
Context.
little history
Yeah,
lesson
yeah,
for
right.
context for those who aren't aware, who may have been born after like 2000, right?
Right.
So,
Or just aware.
let's
Just
go
because you
back-
changed your life. Right.
Right,
You're right.
You just because you changed your life don't mean nothing.
Right.
Let's go back
Okay.
to 2005. All right.
All right, so check it out. Based on my understanding of what happened, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm trying to summarize it. Jeezy sent somebody to kill.
That's not the start of it.
No.
The
Okay.
start of it is so 2005. So Icy came out. Gucci Mane featuring Jeezy. So Icy, great song, man. South was bumping. It's an amazing song. Still an amazing song. I believe this part may not be 100% true. I believe Gucci was going independent at the time, and Jeezy was, I think, either with Def Jam or his label was like a subsidiary of Def Jam. Now again, this is 2005. So who was the president of Def Jam? The god himself, Hove. Hove is going to be included in any rap album that's coming out in Def Jam. We had Jeezy's debut album coming out, Thug Motivation, and Jay was like, yo, you should put that song on your album. And Jeezy was like, all right, cool. Gucci was going independent. And he had Trap House coming out. He was like, I'm putting it on Trap House. This pissed Jeezy off. And he released, what was it, intro or something? And he put a bounty on Gucci Mane's chain, which is weird.
That's what I heard
to me.
as well.
He put a bounty on Gucci Mane's chain for like 10 bands.
Yeah.
And so,
Wait, before you go, why was it weird to you?
just like a bounty on a chain is kind of just like weird to me. Like,
I think
like I get like, you know, snatching chains. I get that, but like I'm putting a bounty for y'all to go. Now the chain was Gucci's ice cream cone.
Yeah,
and that's why.
Yeah.
So like I get it, but it was just like you put a bounty like on the chain. Put a bounty on the nigga's head. Like, what are we doing?
Round up.
Yeah. Like, come on, I'm with all.
But I think that's like kind of like a maybe like a just a scare tag. He's like, it's Gucci Mane. Like he's gonna be, but that was his first mistake.
Yeah, that was his first mistake.
That was mistake number one.
So then Gucci comes out with round one.
Gucci Mane, Candler Road.
Like, come on, man. Like, Bouldercrest. Like, come on. That's not this.
This ain't it.
Like, that's not what you
Like,
want.
you don't want to do that.
So he puts the bounty on Gucci's chain, and he told basically any hood nigga, any gangbanger, if the lyrics literally were, if Gucci is in your town, like snatch that shit from him, and I'll give you 10 bands.
Literally.
All right, cool. We fast forward. This is in May of 2005 too.
How do you keep up with all this knowledge?
Bro, I love rap beefs. This is May of like 2005. And I love beefs, period. Let's be honest. Yeah, Scorpio. This is May of 2005. This all happens within like a week, too. He puts the song out. He puts the bounty. Then we get later. Gucci is back in Atlanta. Here is strike number 2. Don't mess with a nigga in his hometown.
This is hard.
Like,
even if you live here.
I'm saying neither one of them are really from Gucci's from Macon, and I think like Jeezy. I'm sorry, Jeezy's from Macon, and Gucci's from like Alabama or some shit like that.
Yeah. But Gucci came to Atlanta at a young age, and grew up on the east side where they killed niggas, and Jeezy came at a later age to sell crack. Anyway,
cracking the big shit.
Gucci,
one of the best places. To
Jeezy, one of Jeezy's homeboys, Pookie Lock. Go dig your partner up and ask him if he did it. Catches Gucci at his crib or whatever, at some girl's crib with a gun. They break in, and Pookie Lock's not alone. He's with some niggas, and they try to jump Gucci. And Gucci claims self-defense, shot Pookie Lock, and Pookie Lock ultimately dies. Right? Gucci is acquitted. He claims self-defense. He doesn't go to jail for this. He went to jail for something else. But he didn't go to jail for this. He didn't go to jail for murder, which is cool because we wouldn't have got Gucci back. And then proceeds to release
a freestyle.
Just so many fisherous lyrics towards Jeezy. To a point where, at this point, this is now years later, and we got, mixtapes are even bigger in hip-hop. Thanks to Wayne. Thanks to guys like DJ Drama. But DJ Drama is really cool with Jeezy. Gucci goes out and gets Drama for his own Gangsta Grillz mixtape. And this is the chess part of beef that I love. It was like when Drake and Meek were beefing. Yeah. And Meek said Future was his favorite rapper at the time. And Drake spent 6 days making a collab album with Future. Next level. That was the moment Drake wanted to beef. But anyway, I'm gonna go back. I told y'all I love
Damn, I did not know that.
Yo, man, Drake.
I did not know that.
It's chess, not checkers, bro. It's chess, not checkers. At a certain point, we're gonna get into why, from that layer of thinking, Takeover is a better diss than Ether. But
what
Ether is
you are on a bean.
From chess, chess, not checkers, right?
No.
Ether,
no,
is victories.
No.
But and as a diss, it is one of the best ones. But in terms of that beef, Takeover. Takeover was the best one. Anyway, we're back to Jeezy versus.
I don't want to do this. I don't know. I'm sorry. You just dropped too much of a hot take to just take it to just go back to somewhere else. I'm sorry.
I gotta hit one randomly.
Yeah. I need answers now. I need answers now. The term is literally ethering somebody. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you gotta have to
Reset the.
Oh.
No, I got you.
Oof.
Just gotta go like.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Nice.
So the term, I don't even what like.
I said what I said.
I think everybody
So,
has opinions. But
We're
I think
back
it's wrong.
in 2009.
Your opinion's
Okay.
wrong, Tony. I'm sorry.
Gucci gets DJ Drama to do a mixtape with him, which prompts Jeezy to try and squash the beef because
Still befuddled.
he has nobody left, right? Jeezy tries to squash the beef. They try to go back and do songs. I feel as if Jeezy did some more grimy shit because if you put a bounty on a nigga's chain, there is no way you're not going to continue doing grimy shit.
Right. You set the tone.
Right. Especially after you killed your partner. So
especially after he
they
said in
come
a
back-
song, "Go dig your homie up."
and
Like,
ask him if he saw something.
come on.
Like, there is no way you just
Come
get
on.
over that.
Damn.
There's
Come
no way
on.
you get over
Damn.
that. So I feel as if he did some grimy shit because then after this, Jeezy kind of just goes quiet, and Gucci is the one coming around saying, "I don't want anything to do with Jeezy." Then
Yeah.
Gucci goes to jail. Then he comes back out as a clone, rehabilitated, and
Quarantining that nigga?
Gets married.
and he's still like, "I don't want to mess with Jeezy."
That's a real Jesus.
And then
That's
we fast forward until now. And
the Verzuz.
Look, I felt as if Gucci was
Good
a
Lord.
clone up until the Verzuz. Now,
Yeah.
now I feel as if he's more like what they
Transcended
did.
himself.
He's like a cyborg now.
I don't even think
Yeah,
he's a cyborg. I think it's like what they
think-
did in Get Out. They just found like another vessel and they put him in there, but they kind of subdued everything else. And when Gucci was like, "Oh wait, Jeezy is standing right there."
here, yes,
Gucci
okay.
became. He
was
started.
like-
to come, it was like they
Yeah.
flashed and he
Yeah.
was coming back.
Nah,
out.
the studio lights hit him.
Yeah,
Damn.
and he was starting to come back out because this man never sat.
He
down.
had a Draco in the shirt.
He never sat down.
Never
He
sat
never
Draco
sat
He
down.
never
in the
sat
shirt.
down. I
He
don't
never
think
sat down.
he took off his jacket to like an hour in.
He had a Draco.
Like this man, like
he was prepared.
bro,
No.
the DJs
He had
were
mad niggas
into it.
behind him too. I
Right.
didn't really see a lot of people on Jeezy's
I
side.
see a lot of
Okay,
people
check
on
it out.
Jeezy's
Look,
side.
look, this is my thing. I've never watched
They
the
were
Verzuz
ready.
till this point.
Yeah,
I've
watched
never given
some
a
Verzuz.
single solid fuck about any of the fucking.
I saw the
Verzuz.
Erykah Badu Jill Scott one.
That was the
That was
only.
good.
That was the only
That was
one.
really
Kane
good.
and Lil Drama was my favorite.
That was the
I
only
thought
one
that
that
was
I'm
lighthearted.
upset that I
oh yeah,
missed.
it was like all love.
That was the only one that I'm upset that I missed. All the other ones I was like, bro, I honestly do not give a solid fuck. Bro.
Yeah.
But
watched most of them,
this
actually.
one, I think what happened. My friend Anthony hit me up and was like, "Watch the Verzuz," and I think I was in a bad mood and I was hungry. I was like, bro, I can't fucking go to sleep. And then Ron hit me up too, and he was like, bro, are you watching this shit? I was like, all right, bro.
Yes,
let me tap
I was
in.
like, yo,
and as
this-
soon as I tapped in, I felt the tension immediately. It just felt maybe it was also because like. Nigga, them niggas was down the street. Like,
Right,
That magic shit, they're right over there.
They're right
They
here.
right around
We
the
stayed.
corner.
Look. I'm not gonna give out my like
And then they
location,
went to
but
Compound.
yeah, bro. That shit was crazy. They basically we stayed in Atlanta. They were right up the street from us, bro. As soon as I tapped into the Verzuz, I was like,
drove by.
"Oh my god, somebody might die! Holy
Yeah.
shit,
I
somebody
said
might
that.
die!"
I was like, somebody.
There was
is
only
getting
them
shot.
two right there.
Yes.
A little like
somebody is
platform in
getting
the
shot.
middle.
yes, I was
I was
like,
like, bro,
They
y'all
started
are in
their
Magic
songs.
City.
They started their songs. I was just like, oh my goodness.
Bro,
Oh my goodness.
did not go well.
I don't know.
I mean,
which
it started
one-
off
I don't even
nice.
know which song it was, but there was at one point, Gucci. He played another one of his diss songs. I think he
Dude,
played
they were
Round One.
playing disses out the back.
No,
like
Gucci was playing disses.
Bro,
out the
both of
back.
them were.
Jeezy
both
hit
of
like
them
a
were.
couple. Gucci's like first 3 tracks were disses. Then he went into deep cuts. Then he came back with more disses, and it was at the middle where he came to those disses, and it was just the way Gucci was rapping towards Jeezy.
He was
And I
just throwing
dude,
the energy
somebody
at
is
him.
getting shot.
I was like, somebody died. I
Somebody
completely
is
anticipated. I was like, bro,
Cause he looked straight at him. He
Yeah.
was looking straight
The
at
whole
him when he was
time.
rapping.
And you
Damn.
told him. Jesus kind of turned away. He was like, he was getting hot.
looking like-
He was. I think he was definitely
trying
sweating.
to
Told
look
this
like
man to
Obama. He was
dig.
definitely
Told this
sweating.
man
Definitely
to dig
sweating.
his partner up right in his front,
not
right in
only
front
that,
of his
he's
face.
smoking on Pookie.
That
was
kept.
that was
I think
He
that
said-
was it.
that was the
That
most
was the one.
disrespectful moment in
bad.
hip-hop
Even
history.
before that, the DJ cut the song and Gucci was like, "Damn,
Damn, that's what I kept saying that for. Damn.
That was the moment. Yeah, Gucci
Smoking
said we
on
smoking on
Pookie
Pookie
Lord,
Lord.
right.
And I was watching it on my computer.
And it just got quiet.
And then I had Instagram Live up just for the comments. It got quiet at that moment. I remember.
It got so quiet, bro.
I remember just being there. Like, I was listening. I wasn't really, like, looking. I was listening. And I was probably playing a game or something. Or doing something else. And I heard we smoking on Pookie Lock. And I just remember, like...
My face was just like...
My mouth agape.
I was like, bro.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, literally,
I'm about to witness a murder
I
live.
was like, yo,
I didn't see it live. I watched it after.
Dead
I
ass,
watched it live.
bro. Dead ass. I was like, is somebody about to die? Somebody's going to die
over there.
To witness
Somebody's
a murder live.
literally about to. He did this on live in front of 1.7 million people.
1.7 million people.
1.8 at the
1.8
moment.
million
I was
people
like, he did this live. Oh, somebody's dying.
I was like, somebody is
Somebody's
dying.
going to die right now. It's over with.
Like,
I'm sorry. I was waiting.
That-
I was waiting for it,
That's
and it didn't happen. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
It didn't happen because it was staged. It was, to get the viewers up and to get, to get us pumped.
Yeah.
It was totally staged.
But
But
I mean, Jeezy even said that he wouldn't agree to it until he would play that song.
yeah, so like it was definitely staged, which takes some of the fun out of it. But
Had some real moments.
for the,
Bruh.
I mean, look, even if it was all scripted and
WWE
staged,
has some good matches.
it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like I was like, yo, I was
Wrestling.
invested. It was like
Was it wrestling or was it boxing? Because I don't know.
It
Just
was
from the little things I saw.
It was
It was a
wrestling.
really good. It was like
Okay.
WrestleMania with two
Okay,
niggas. Though.
fair.
That shit
It was definitely.
I don't know. Just that the Pookie Locks thing. I don't know. Just that statement.
bro. I'm not exaggerating. I thought somebody was really about to die. I was like, it's over with. It's over. It's done.
About to witness
Like,
a
the
murder
tension
live.
was
Like,
still high
damn.
after that, and they were doing the songs. And I was like, bro, y'all are in Magic City. Bring out the strippers. Bring out some wings. Let's
Wings,
cool
yeah.
everybody down. Let's relax.
Let's cool everybody.
Let's cool
Like during
down.
boxing, they go to their corners.
Yeah,
Like,
go
get
to
him a
the
lemon
corner.
pepper. Get a lemon pepper.
Give him a lemon pepper. Give him a wine, whatever you gotta do. Some catfish. I don't know, man. Get some ass. I don't know.
Man,
Let's just
chill.
Bro,
Get this
it was
nigga
at a
backward. Get this nigga.
Something, bro. It was at the point where like the DJs were like beefing. But like honestly, here's the thing.
That's real
If
beef.
I was
True
Jeezy,
beef.
I would watch this back, even though it was scripted. I would watch this back because there was a moment, Jeezy, if you listening, your DJ was dancing to some of them diss songs, bro, and you gotta handle that. That is not acceptable.
Yo,
That is not acceptable.
disrespectful.
Like,
Yo,
you
he was
cannot
kinda-
let that happen, bro. I saw it. I synced it. He was going back getting it. He was like, yeah. I was like, bro, whose side are you on?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, you cannot let that slide. Put a bounty on his chain. like something.
Oh my god.
something, man.
Then these niggas went to Compound in a
Yo,
panoramic.
that shit, yes.
I don't got that kind of time because it's a panoramic.
Like, bro. Like when they tweeted that, when they said that at the end, I was like, is Stacey Abrams still tuned in? Cause she started off
That shit
trying
was
to
so
get people to vote. She started it off trying to get people to vote. I was like, oh yeah, cause I posted on there in the comments like, y'all better show up to vote for this runoff like y'all showing up for this Gucci versus Jeezy. Because I wanted somebody to screenshot and put it on Twitter and like flame my ass.
Right.
I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna be that guy.
Right.
For the
Had to.
verses.
For the verses.
But like she's came out and I was like, damn, my comment's irrelevant now
Because
like,
they
Stacey
thought
Abrams
about
is
it.
here. Like,
Yeah.
they, like this was included. I was like, damn. So then when they came at the end and was like, we going to Compound, I was like, what?
Oh, hell.
Okay, so this
I'm
can
like, bro.
this can semi-segue into this conversation. This can semi-segue into this conversation before we talk about the Grammys real quick. But like, bro, what do y'all think Lockdown Phase 2 is gonna look like? Like, do y'all think they're really gonna shut down? Man?
Georgia will not.
Y'all don't think so?
Brian Kemp will not concede.
Wow, y'all think he just
He will not concede.
He doesn't have to.
I know he yeah.
What?
There
Like,
may be
the
there
president-
may
the thing
be
is-
there may be a like federal mandate. for
Yeah,
that's
this,
what I
like,
mean.
and Biden keeps
But-
saying he doesn't want to do that,
Yeah.
but it's almost inevitable.
But it'll still be up to the states, and I don't think Brian Kemp is going.
He's not gonna
Yeah,
do
he's
it,
not
but
going
the
to.
thing
I
is,
think some people may listen to.
but the thing is the caveat to that is
okay.
the Democrats have to win the Senate because you have to pass the HERO bill
Upcoming runoff
actively-
election coming up in January.
January
man.
5th,
Make sure
deadline
y'all
to
get out
register
there.
is December 7th.
Yeah.
If you are under 18, but you are turning 18 before January 5th, you can still register to vote.
Yes.
But if the Democrats win the Senate
Yes.
and they pass the Hero Bill, that bill includes relief for small businesses, which was part of the reason why Georgia and many states opened up a month after the first lockdown, because the Republicans sent all like $500 million to big corporations.
Yeah.
If you send the money to these small businesses and they can survive and they can afford to pay people to stay home, and you send more than one stimulus check, then you can do a national lockdown.
Right.
And because it's federal money that's being spent, it doesn't matter what Brian Kemp says or Keisha Lance Bottoms or any other mayor for that matter, because then it's the same way how Brian Kemp was like, no, we're not doing a national mask mandate, but major corporations like Target and Walmart and other stores follow suit and saying you have to wear a mask. It'll be the same thing.
Yeah.
Because they can afford the overhead costs of paying people not to show to work, specifically restaurants and bars, then you can have a real lockdown with the vaccine coming out.
Yeah, 'cause,
and we
I
can
mean,
have a
I'm not
shutdown.
taking that vaccine.
I'm not taking it off
Dude,
rip.
no.
But
We're gonna have to wait a minute.
I'm not taking it off.
I said the same thing.
But-
And also,
You know.
yeah, because I remember, I believe when
They're definitely
they
gonna make
first,
it a college
when,
requirement.
I'm not very. I feel
definitely
like
gonna
when
make
they
it college
first
requirement.
put us on lockdown, people going out was really, really taboo. But I also feel like
That'd be
yes,
scary.
people were getting. I knew a lot of people that were getting the unemployment. Niggas was able to really just chill. Like I remember
And
being
the unemployment stopped June
July
30th.
Yeah, June. Yeah. No,
Because
no.
the-
It stopped in August. It stopped in August. It stopped at the beginning of August.
I think you still got it up until then, but they didn't renew it after the fiscal year ended.
More
June 30th.
specifically, because you can still get unemployment, but like there was an extra bonus that you got.
You get
the $600.
Yeah, you get your
I didn't get that.
state unemployment.
Like, not everybody got it.
Not
Not
everybody got it,
everybody got it.
but people continue to get their state unemployment. What ended was the extra $200 or $300 that the federal government gave.
It was
you
$600.
on top of that.
Yeah, that shit.
No, they gave like it depended on the state. Like
Well, okay, well we
people in Georgia, you got like 400 or something regardless for unemployment. And then they gave you an extra 600. That's how people got to 600. They gave you an extra 200. Whereas in like maybe California or something, people got 900 because theirs was 600.
Yeah.
And then the
but
government gave
like
you
But
extra.
their cost of living out there is a lot more.
Yeah, and that's why.
But yeah, like, cause people was able to just chill, and I mean that was the biggest thing for me. I was able to chill, do shit, like not even like crazy. Like I mean, like
These
indoor
niggas
shit.
tried
I
to
was
kidnap
like,
a governor. And
Yeah.
I just don't feel like that was talked about enough.
At all.
That's a whole terrorist act
It's crazy. It's gonna be.
from a movie. That's
it's gonna
what
be.
I'm saying,
It's gonna
like,
be. It's literally gonna be like a Coen brother movie in like 10 years. It's
Michael
gonna be a
Bay is
comedy.
already making a COVID love story.
I saw.
That comes out, like,
it's
next
cool.
Bay
year.
is making a COVID love story.
Yeah, it
with
looks-
explosions.
Yes.
That
Well,
sounds.
I don't remember seeing many explosions in the trailer. I did remember seeing screaming women. And you know, those are his two
Yeah,
things.
there's explosions.
And feet.
And
no,
feet.
no,
That's
that's, not
Quentin
feet. That's
Tarantino.
Vince.
That's Quentin.
That's
Yeah.
Or is that
That's Quentin Tarantino.
That's Tarantino.
Yeah.
what's his name? The
know
dude
who
who
his
did
name
all the
is.
documentaries.
Which
Michael
one?
Moore, right?
I don't know food.
Didn't he have a thing too? I thought his thing was feet.
I thought his
You
name. I
thought
thought it
his
was
name
food.
was feet.
I thought his thing was feet.
No, I think it's food.
I know Dan Snyder's thing was pedophilia, but let's get into these
Right,
Grammy
right.
noms.
All right, yeah, let's switch over to these Grammy nominations. So I'm not gonna hold you. I don't.
You gotta read it. You gotta pull it up.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
I got
I'm not
you.
gonna hold you. I don't. I'm not really.
Alfredo is rap album of the year.
Alfredo. Okay, so let me go ahead and say
Yeah.
that. You've heard me. Have you
Yes.
heard Alfredo?
Not all of it, but
Okay.
yeah.
I haven't
So
already
check me
yet.
out. Check me out. I said earlier. I think it was on our first official podcast. I talked about Freddie Gibbs a little bit because we were talking about artists. Freddie Gibbs.
Has beef with Jeezy.
Yes,
does have
because
beef with
yes,
Jeezy.
we can
He has
actually come
beef.
back to that in a
Yeah.
second.
He does have beef with Jeezy.
Freddie
It's
Gibbs
also hilarious.
Yes, Freddie Gibbs
And
last
academics.
year dropped. He dropped an album with Madlib, and it was what was the name of that? Bandana.
Bandana, yeah.
Bandana was really, really good. I actually think I like Bandana more than I like Alfredo. Regardless, the dopest thing about Freddie
Bandana
Gibbs,
was longer.
yeah, it
I
was.
think that helps it out a little bit. There was like extra.
But it was some. It was some super.
And it had
bangers.
way more beat switches.
Yes,
Like,
the,
Madlib on those
oh
beat
my
switches
god,
was- Man.
oh man, there was crazy highlights. But this year, Alfredo was really good, and
Alfredo
I
was
think
great.
I had this conversation with somebody, one of my roommates or something. I was like, nah, Alfredo's really rap album of the year.
Yeah.
So
When it came out.
this I can touch on, not per se the Jeezy thing, but the dopest thing to me about Freddie Gibbs rapping. First of all, Freddie Gibbs is 38. So, and
He's about to be
also all
Blueberry
the
talks about.
for the I don't know who that one dude. Who's that one dude that nobody? I'm not gonna say nobody knows. So somebody has to know him if he's nominated for rap album. Is Royce of J Electronica,
Nas,
Freddie,
and,
Nas, and who's the other dude? That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know.
Was it
That's
Rap album, yeah.
album. Oh, D Smoke.
D Smoke.
Yeah. I didn't get around to Bad Habits.
Yeah, so but regardless, all these people are older people. But I can say specific for not even just him. All those rap albums are from rappers who are rappers, like they're lyricists. They're people. Perfect their craft, and a lot of people that I've seen online have been mad about
the J Electronica one yet. Sorry,
it's good. It feels like a Jay-Z album.
Yeah, that was my only gripe about it actually. But conceptually, like a lot of rap that gets attention nowadays is just like kind of like pop rap for the most part. And not saying anybody that didn't get nominated had a bad album, but all of these people had great rap albums. And like I'm seeing people kind of like really mad, like such and such, and this nigga didn't sell that much, and blah blah blah. And I was like, bruh, because
these people had great years, yes, but their albums weren't.
If you're talking.
Albums like these or rap albums.
These are literally rappers who, bro. I would say that this is I'm not gonna lie. I was asleep on Freddie Gibbs. Somebody told people. I had 3 people tell me to listen to Bandana last year, and I didn't listen to it. I listened to Alfredo this year, and I
listened to Bandana.
Every project he had.
And I went back and listened to his other shit. But I listened to Alfredo, and I was like, bruh. 1985, the first track come. I was like, bruh, this shit is crazy. I listened to that all the way through. I was like, what's this other shit? Oh, people told me to go listen to this album. I went back and listened to Bandana. I was like, the way he raps within the digits and the divots. What?
Yeah.
I was put on to Freddie Gibbs Bandana last year by a white guy.
I mean, that's fair. White people know music.
I gotta put that out there. I gotta get that off my chest.
White people love Freddie Gibbs. But everybody loves Freddie Gibbs.
Dude, so this is the thing, especially about Freddie Gibbs. So I don't know if you guys remember, but it wasn't really a beef, but he was beefing with Academics because Academics, Academics was trying to clown this man for dumb shit, and I don't go on the record to say I don't really care for Academics because I don't feel like he's a part of our culture. I feel like he's basically a culture. He's a culture vulture in the type of way, even though he's black, like. All that shit, but I don't really care for Academics like that. But he was trying to make a point to say, okay, your album isn't selling and blah 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 and this, that, and the third. And not to say that Grammy is a marquee of success because, like, I mean, it is in a way. Because I'm not gonna lie, every artist wants to win a Grammy, regardless of how much shit people talk about Grammys. Yeah. Every rapper wants to win. Every artist wants to win.
Every artist wants to win. Still kind of that prestige of an award for the music category. It's just as when it comes to hip hop. They know and we know you're not going to, the credit isn't the same in our culture for it. But when you look at the other side of the music industry, it is still the pinnacle. It's still what you want.
So it's just dope to see him, especially as a rapper. I think, is he independent?
Freddie, I don't know if he's independent actually. I think so.
I think he's independent. But it's just good to see a rapper like that, like an artist like that, be able to like hit that like level of success. Just, like I said,
I think the first song I ever heard,
or at least he's working.
He's probably a subsidiary of Interscope. If he's like independent, he's a subsidiary of Interscope.
I saw the video of. I don't know if it was on Tumblr, but I saw the video for Thuggin'. I think on Tumblr.
And Malone's Thuggin'?
What?
Glasses Malone's Thuggin'?
No. Freddie Gibbs. It was like the first record I ever heard of Freddie Gibbs. He's amazing, bro. He is everything you love about old rap, old hip hop, and new hip hop because he's still connected to both. Like
oh man, like I said, it's like his flow is immaculate.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not even gonna disrespect him right now. Do that.
March.
Okay, so recently he signed
RCA
a
records.
He recently signed a record. He's about to be here from. He's like
that's why he's Grammy nominated for rap album of the year.
Like, man, it's disgusting.
Also, best new artist was on there. I saw
Megan Thee Stallion.
It's funny that K-Tronada is on there, bro. It's been out for like 2 years.
Yeah, for real.
Been out for a while.
So I feel like it'd be.
I love that she's on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think man,
Shout out to
sounds
her.
you get it. I like her.
Snub.
I think, Meg. The Weeknd was snubbed.
Yo, The Weeknd was
Snubbed.
yeah.
Bro, The Weeknd should be in every pop category. Every single one. I know we talked on the last podcast that you can't make an album an Insta classic, so I'm not going to say After Hours is an Insta classic, but it is a masterpiece. Front to back, that is one of the best albums released this year. There is no reason why The Weeknd should not be nominated. He should also perform at the Grammys. It is disrespectful. I want to recount. Stop the count.
I want to stop the
Stop the count.
You're right.
Stop the fucking count.
Endorsed by Elton John.
I'm so dead. Like, I don't. That's what I mean. Like, so the Grammys is. I mean, it's the fucking Grammys. Like, I don't know. It's so fucking interesting.
Yummy is nominated.
Yummy is
And not After Hours.
That's actually
Yeah, no, that's wild. That's
that
wild.
is wild.
Yeah, it's so interesting. I think we touched on this in one of the podcasts. Like after Macklemore got nominated, it was like, it kind of lost a lot of like.
And,
that was
there's like nothing
They
in
were
the pop
funny for
category
that.
that fits even that. The reasoning, like we discussed, why Macklemore won that one. There's like nothing in the pop category, or really even the best rap album category, if you want to say people are slighted, that fits. The only one for like rap album of the year that I would have liked to see in there was maybe like Pray for Paris. But I can't really pick one to take out. Like maybe King's Disease out of those is the one.
His album was really good.
No,
though.
I said, but like out of those, it was the one I liked the least.
I
Like
didn't even listen to the other niggas shit.
who? I didn't listen to D Smoke.
D-Smoke, yeah.
So okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah, you would remove D Smoke.
And I didn't. Okay, so I guess this is the point in time to talk about it. I didn't really care for. I'm not gonna say Jay Electronica's album shouldn't be in there because it wasn't bad, but I think for me it diminishes quality on the fact that like I said, he didn't. It was like it should have been a Jay Electronica album. It was like a Jay Electronica.
Did he
and
release
Jay-Z.
another album that was like what it was supposed to be, or was that a leak? I can't remember.
I think so. I don't think. I think
didn't
that's
get
his
a chance
first,
to listen to
I
it.
think that's his first actual album, or it's,
yeah,
it's one-
that's the
Yeah.
written testimony is his first album. Like,
So
that's,
and
that's
that
what people
so
waited
okay
10 years for.
and that's what I'm saying. So we waited 10 years for this nigga to drop something, and he dropped a project with Jay-Z. And it's like, bruh, where's your album? Like, this is a group project. I didn't
Like I
ask
said,
for a group
this-
project.
this-
And he's on every single track.
It feels like a Jay-Z album.
It does, and a lot. I'm
And
gonna say,
I'm
Wait,
not
you see
mad
Jay-Z
at
a lot of them
that.
songs.
How much is Jay-Z on it?
Every
Jay-Z's
single
on every
song.
track. I think it's 10 tracks.
Every
Jay-Z's
single
on
song.
every track.
The only song he's not on is the first one, and it's because it's an intro with fucking Louis Farrakhan talking. It's like, bruh, no. I did not want a dual album. I wanted a Jay Electronica
there are 9
album.
tracks, and Jay-Z is on
Every
all
single
9 of
one of
those,
them.
not including the intro. The intro
So
makes
really,
sense.
8 tracks with, and it's not even.
No, 9.
Oh, okay,
There's
yeah,
10.
yeah.
One's an intro,
Yeah.
and the other 9 Jay-Z
That's
is
kinda
on.
sad.
He's
Yeah,
featured.
it is.
And there are several songs where you hear like Ghost of Soulja Slim. You hear Jay-Z first.
Jay-Z
And
Snap.
like
That's
these
one
are
of my favorite
these
songs.
are great songs.
Jay-Z
like,
snapped
this
on
isn't a
Snap.
bad thing to
No.
say like this is basically a Jay-Z album. It's great because I want to hear
Yeah.
more Jay-Z even still. But
dude,
you
the
want Jay
thing
Electronica,
about it, like if we got a Jay Electronica album 2012 ish
Yeah.
when people were really fiending,
Like, yeah.
and then he comes back now and it's
I
like,
hadn't
oh,
even
I did
thought
this
about
thing
him.
with Jay. It's like, oh yeah,
that's
that
what I'm
makes
saying.
sense. Like we're cool with it.
Dude.
But this is the one where it's like, yo, this is your first commercial release, and it's hard to say.
Yeah,
'Cause like
I
you're
get
saying, this feels like a Jay-Z album. Like, oh, that's bad. Like, no, but yeah,
It's like, yeah, we wanted you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
One day, if you have like really dope, nice speakers that are not able to like, I don't know, fuck up anybody else's like vibe or anything
Right.
like that, play Ghost of Soulja Slim off the fucking speakers at full volume. Bruh, oh my god, the way it comes in. So it's like,
There's no other way to put it.
yeah, bro,
It's great.
Louis, because you gotta listen to really to get the full picture. You gotta listen to the first track and then let it bleed into Ghost of Soulja
okay.
Slim.
That's another
because
thing.
like
Too. All these songs
like-
still bring back the power of like sequencing.
Yeah, I can't-
and-
yeah, I
and
can't say
I gotta
I've heard it,
listen
so
to
I
these
gotta do
albums
that.
in
bro,
order.
I played
can't
it for
listen
you,
to
but you gotta
them
listen to like
Yeah.
you talking about the intro. or just the song I'm talking about?
Played it.
Bro, I played it around you. I'll play it for you again. But like the way it bleeds into like Louis Farrakhan talking, and then are you scared to death, Negroes? And then the bass drops. Oh my god! And yes, I have played it for you. We were in You might not remember it like that. We were in
I'm
the
putting
mountains.
it. I have it right. I just saved it.
Okay.
I'm listening to it in the car when I leave.
We went to the mountains, and I was talking about like, bro, this song like in the background. There's like it's what do you call that thing? Like there's an accordion in the background, and it doesn't sound like it's just.
Oh yes, I do remember.
But the way it.
Yeah,
oh my
I do remember.
goodness! It literally sounds like people, bro. The song is fucking.
I got it. I'm excited. Listen,
like it's so kick ass, bro. Like that's one of that. I wanted to play it at the.
It's not what I really expected.
Yeah, it's not. Nobody was. Everybody was electronica and Jay-Z. Oh.
And the thing is, like the track listing, because I have Apple Music. The track listing on Apple Music doesn't credit Jay-Z as a feature, which also makes it kind of weird. Because that makes it even more so seem like you submitted it as a Jay-Z and Jay electronica track. Crazy. So it's like that's just kind of weird. But it was still phenomenal. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if it wins, but Alfredo is rap album of the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, Hit Boy's been in his bag this year. I know he wasn't producing on like Alfredo or any of these that much. But did y'all listen to Benny the Butcher's recent one?
Yes.
No.
With Hit Boy?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
I love. Yeah.
I
Butcher coming, nigga.
I do.
Griselda had an amazing year.
West Side Gun. Shout out to West Side Gun. I don't think he got snubbed.
I don't think he got snubbed.
I don't think.
I haven't listened to D Smoke's album.
I haven't listened to D Smoke, but
I need to listen to. What if D Smoke wins? We don't even know.
That would be crazy.
We don't even know.
Like,
we don't even know.
I don't think he necessarily got snubbed, but the thing about it is, with that caveat of not listening to D Smoke's album, it's like I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and be like, yeah, he belongs, but also every other album that's categorized or nominated, it's phenomenal. It's not a miss. So like from that, it's like I don't feel as if anybody was snubbed because I feel as if it would be a hard decision. I don't know how else you would make that decision.
Yeah. All right, man. So Jeremiah,
yes,
tell us about yourself.
Yeah, man, we got a guest.
Yeah, but you're a guest. I don't know what the applause is. I don't think we have an applause anymore.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Guitarist, singer. How long have you been making music? How long have you been playing guitar?
I've been playing guitar since I was in 10th grade, so I guess since 2009. But I need to get a lot better at guitar, to be honest with you. Yeah. Got a lot more work. Yeah. Anyway.
I want to pick up a bass so fucking bad, man.
Yeah. That's probably going to be my next instrument. That's definitely going to be my next instrument.
What instrument do you play? Just the guitar?
Just guitar right now. I did violin and viola at one point, but I fucking hate that sound. It's the like,
I
not a fan.
Played bass instruments in middle school, like trombone.
Yeah,
baritone.
But I don't think I have like the lung capacity for that either.
Yeah,
but that's hard.
I thought it was the recorder.
Yeah,
that's it.
Right. But yeah, no. I have a band, Suede Cassidy. It's nice.
It's nice.
How long have you guys been?
2016.
Okay.
2017. Yeah. I think. I'm like, damn, yeah. 2017.
Time flies, right?
2016. I don't know. Around that time. It was a weird time. It was a very weird time. Fun time though. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. We're about to release an album soon, Big Water. It's like right.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's all green. No.
That's Noni. No. That's the same name.
I don't know where this passion is at.
You can stop.
No, that's not it.
What kind of guitar
I
do you
got
play
that kind
on?
of time because it's a panoramic.
I have a Fender.
I have an Ibanez acoustic electric right now. I have another guitar at Gresh that.
Acoustic.
I want more of a. I have some different electrics I'm working with, but I'm trying to tighten that up. But right now, I have this one that's on my arm right here. I play with a lot, and then I have this side. Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, no, I'm trying to get lots more into guitar because at this point I've gotten to a point where it's like with like all musical stuff kind of plateau. Like I like did so much without going to lessons or anything, and now I'm at a point where I'm like I'm ready to seek somebody out to help or like I've been doing more books and stuff, like trying to do that, but yeah, I need to get better with guitar. But
I've only done like programs online. Like I've done a program called like Musician.
yes, I can't sit
Yeah,
still. Like I'm like
shit like that. Like I feel like I need like
That teacher?
I don't like a teacher.
yeah, I need to like see. Here's why I'm like okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been reading I've been doing these jazz books, which has like tablature, so that's like I'm doing like I always want to do form stuff, but it's like play this now. I'm like.
Poor kid.
Yeah, I know some things, but I like as it goes up. I'm like,
Which E?
A lot of people that I know, like my stepdad is a phenomenal guitar player, but he just learned to play by ear. Like I think he tried to learn how to play notes, and he was like, I can't really do that. But Demetrius can play anything. I can literally put it. I remember one day there's this song by Saul Williams called Black Stacy, and I used to just burn CDs because my mom used to take my phone and like my other shit like all the time.
Naturally,
I would burn. So I used to have a boombox that I would keep in my room, and I'd get on the computer and I would just burn CDs. And when I would clean up the house, we had a speaker in the pool room that ended up being my little brother's room, but it was the pool room, and I would put my CDs in there and play them when I was cleaning the bathrooms and shit. So I think I might have left the CD in there, and Demetrius might have just gone in there and played the song. And he was like, "What the fuck is this?" And he started listening to it. Like he could play literally anything, but he would. Bro, I've come home to the house high as fuck, and this nigga's playing guitar behind his head, like not like. Demetrius is disgusting. He plays bass, plays regular guitar. He's very musically inclined. Demetrius is like my dad. Oh, man, super ironic. My dad and my stepdad have the exact same birthday. My mom's birthday is 5 days apart from that. It's crazy. But my dad and my stepdad are both niggas that are like they just know niggas. Yeah, they just know niggas in Atlanta, bro.
Yeah.
Like my dad is just like a nigga that just knows every nigga. My stepdad is a nigga that made music and connected with everybody. He was like, yeah, Andre 3000 used to be over here. He used to play pool in here sometimes. Like just niggas like that, bro.
That's kind of how my family was. Like my stepdad, like just knew somebody that just happened to have a party, and then I just met Maseko there. It's like just random shit like that.
Yeah, like that should be fucking crazy. Like I don't know, but he just knows. He knows fucking music. And I remember saying, perfect. I bring up the Pepper Butterfly all the time. I remember saying, I feel like one of the reasons I have such an appreciation. I feel like one of the reasons I have such an appreciation for music, I can say, is because of Demetrius, my stepfather. I don't know how to play any instruments, but I know what music is supposed to sound like. I know what good music is supposed to sound like. I know the difference between live instrumentation and acoustic. Like I don't exactly know how to explain it, but I know what I know. And I remember listening to Pepper Butterfly, and I was like, Demetrius, I can give this album to Demetrius. And he would listen to it and he'll love it. Like, and because he's kind of iffy on Kendrick Lamar, and I was like, no, listen to this album.
Why?
Because he's not very. Demetrius is not that he doesn't like him. He's iffy on a lot of people that make music now because of that concept that he's a real music head, and a lot of stuff is electronic.
My grandfather plays the drums. He says that all the time.
He doesn't even care for Kanye like that because Kanye samples a lot. And like the way like
I get it though.
Like it's different. Like like I said, he plays guitar, he does all that shit. So like so I was like, nah, listen to this album because you're gonna love it. He was like, okay, and he listened to the first song, Wesley's Theory, and it has that Parliament of fucking devil. Like he was like, oh no, and he listened to it, he was like, nah, actually. I really do like this, and that's the other thing. Another reason he doesn't care for Kendrick Lamar. One of the reasons he doesn't really care for Eminem like that is because he's like, he's not into he's into the way things sound more so over. That's the biggest thing, and that's what I mean by like I love lyricism, but I also because of him I know how things are supposed to sound.
How they're supposed to rise.
Yeah,
Like, exactly.
so I'll play an artist for him. Like a lot of artists he listens to. Like for example, he's like I like Young Thug because like his
Young
music,
Thug's
like
amazing.
yes, but he was like his music sounds good. Like he's like so a lot of these cats. He usually be like a lot of these cats nowadays. I don't really give a fuck about what they say, but the music sound good if they using blah blah blah. So I played Kendrick for him. He was like, nah, this shit is great. I listen to it.
Yeah, I don't think any person of any age that is black can listen to Kendrick Lamar and be like, nah.
No, there are.
Really?
Yeah.
And to Pimp a Butterfly?
Yeah.
I probably.
This is the thing. So, and this is the thing about it. It's so deep, and people are, especially nowadays, people are so used to popcorn.
Yeah,
Now.
popcorn,
Like
yeah.
To Pimp a Butterfly is the perfect album all the way through, but it's not something that you just like. You gotta listen to the album. You
Yeah.
can't
It's not
like.
something that you can put on and really multitask with. Like
Now, unless you
can.
listen to it. If you know,
Unless you've been there.
Yeah.
But
It's like
even
people's
still, you'll
attention-
still kind of
people's
find yourself
attention
at
spans
certain
aren't there.
moments just kind of like sitting there and taking it in.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's meant for. It's meant for you to sit in and take it in. But it's different than maybe the Motown records that our parents grew up on, where those were so focused on the instrumentation.
Well, not even that.
It's similar to it, but Kendrick's thing is what he's talking about. I mean, those were
But I'm about to say,
what they're talking
They're
about.
talking about, they had
Right.
groove. It was,
But a lot of Kendrick's is how he's using his voice and how he's saying his words.
I don't think it's
to
just
captivate you on top of the instrument.
But I think that has to do with that whole concept because Kendrick will tell you he was like he got his. I think in one of the interviews he was talking, he was like, yeah, basically I got that like when I was with my parents, they were like young as hell, but I was listening to the shit they were listening to.
Yeah.
So like, cause you can hear that directly influenced and like
that's kind of like what I'm saying. That goes to his point where it's like of any age. But like that's what I'm saying. Like you can
grab that
listen
across
to
any age.
it when it's like of any age, but it's like when you listen to it to catch those things, it's hard to do multitasking. There's points where you have to sit and take it in.
It's little. It's like, bro,
he's been pretty quiet, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Kendrick Lamar's been very
I think
quiet.
he was supposed to drop something this year.
He was supposed to, he said he did it when they dropped PG Lane. He did an interview with Baby Keem and said like they were both supposed to drop this year, but TDE does a lot of revenue. They're more independent, so they do a lot off of touring.
Yeah.
So because of the pandemic, because they couldn't tour,
it's like,
they kind of like was like, oh, okay, we'll push it back. And then like Kendrick's a perfectionist. I mean, even Reason talked about, he was like, yo, K-Dot, where are the vocals, the ad libs?
Right.
And he would be like, Kendrick would be like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna send them, I did them, but I gotta redo them, I sounded perfect. And then he was like, all right, now I'm gonna call Top, and I'm gonna tell Top, like, yo, no, I'm gonna call Kendrick, and I'm gonna say Top said we put an album out next week. So, we gotta do it, which is stupid, because Kendrick has, like, executive producer credits on Reason's album, and on Redemption from J-Rock, and some producer and credits on, was Schoolboy's, like, Crash Talk, and stuff like that. Kendrick does a lot of like writing and producing and stuff behind the scenes on other TDE projects. So he's very tapped in to the release schedule. So Reason was like, I was like, yeah, Kendrick, Top said we need the vocals because we putting the song out next week. So Kendrick was like, all right, cool. Kendrick called Top called Reason. Like, why'd you lie to this man? Why'd you tell him we putting it out next week? Now I gotta tell him, that's not true.
Nigga.
And now you probably not getting the vocals for like some months.
No.
Because we're not putting it out yet.
No.
I was like, bro, that was stupid.
No.
Why?
I don't got that kind of time.
Like the thing is, like, Ron will tell you, bro. Like there are just certain notes and it's little things. I was even saying this on Saturday, bro. I tripped ball sack on Saturday, bro. But I was in here. I've done this multiple times. Me and Ron would just be listening to music, and I'd be like, Ron, listen to this, and like it's little things in music, like little notes that are hit, but they're genuine. It's things
that up a lot in Tyler the Creator's music.
Yeah, not necessarily saying that you can't do them on a computer or but they're so like in Kanye West Late, the piano, there's a piano, they're just notes the niggas
like, oh my
That don't come.
goodness.
Yeah, you
And
can't
they
get it
just,
from a beat boop.
I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
they don't
getting
come
hit.
from
They don't come
Yeah.
from
you
my
doing it on the
Exactly.
computer. Even if
I'm
you
terrible.
pull up a piano when you press the same keys, it just
yeah.
doesn't sound.
No, I'm
I
terrible
love
at
the piano.
producing.
Dude, I'm trying to get. I
That's-
want to get into
that's-
producing so fucking.
I
bad.
love.
Yeah, Ron is a disgusting. Shout outs to Ron.
I don't got that kind of time
No,
because it's a pandemic.
no, that one was fine.
No,
Producer,
I have a piano at the crib, and I know all the notes. I know like my
know
scales, my
everything.
major scales, my minor scales. But like as far as like actually
major
like
scales, minor scales.
playing or
Yeah.
like putting my hands like where like they need to be, I'm just no. I
get that.
I do need to practice, but
Because
it's just that time. Just,
my
get
goodness, the fucking people are really gifted and talented, man. I love
Yeah.
like you said, like
I say that all the time,
bro,
bro.
it's
Like
so
whenever,
crazy.
like in just like different ways. Whenever I hear a record, or I see a film, or a certain scene, or I see a piece of art, like whether it's like my friends or whatever, it's just like, bro, that level of not even just that level of creativity, because I feel as if a lot of people can have that idea of creativity. You just can't execute it. My thing is the execution.
Yeah.
how did you
like
pull
how you
that
can
out
put
your
pen
brain
to paper, like
and put it there in
Right.
reality for us to be able to examine? Like
I saw a
whether
TikTok
it
of a lady. It started out. She just had this like piece of paper on a board or something, and she did some painting tape, and she painted half of it black and the other half white, and then she stuck needles through it in a form of a picture, and it was like a woman's body, and then she put string through it instead of like painting around it.
Yeah,
she
just-
put string through it to highlight what the picture was.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen that.
And I was like, how do you even like think of that? Like, I get you drawing it, but then you're like, oh
At least-
no, I'm a pinpoint each part with the right precision and at the right angle, and then do the string. I'm like, that's amazing. I could never think of something
Whenever
like
I
that.
do any
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
fucking
writing,
great.
like with Suede Cassidy, any kind of, it's like, that's completely different than that because that's like you.
but there are different channels for it.
Yeah, it's like so. There's some people that get so meticulous with everything. They have to do it this way, this way. They have to. They have to be perfect at. I don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a good artist. I can't draw well. Like my new roommate right now, Adam. There's so much art in our basement, and there's some things I was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you on, bro?" Like I wish I could like in a good way. Like I've seen, so I was like, I've never seen anything like that. Like just so like, but it takes time to do that kind of stuff. And certain people have weird times. Like Freddie Gibbs, we talk about like Freddie Gibbs got big later on in life. Unknown Orchestra got big like kind of later on in life. A lot. It's like I think there's so much immediacy to everybody. Like you're kind of said what you say,
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah.
The fucking like kid of the month. Like they would give so much pressure to like
Now.
and especially but this
And
time
what's next?
what's that? Yeah, like,
Yeah.
exactly. And
People
It
have
takes
short
time to
attention
like,
spans.
because like
Yeah,
yeah.
About short extension spans.
Like-
I was talking to this with one of my coworkers actually. I was like, I loved Vine, absolutely loved Vine. I thought the creativity on Vine was peak. But I was like,
that's
I've
probably where it
noticed.
went wrong. What we were
Yeah,
talking about earlier.
I was like, I've
it may have
noticed-
been Vine.
May have been Vine.
It may have been
like,
Vine leaving.
when I was talking
Yeah.
to him, because like at my job, I'm like the
What is it?
youngest.
Dopamine, serotonin.
Serotonin, dopamine, is dopamine.
When that went away,
That
people. That's
Yeah.
when the timeline got
Everyone's
fucked
getting that
up.
dose.
Like,
man.
I'm like one of the youngest. I am the youngest, like period,
Yeah.
at the offices, and everybody else is like, most of the people are like 20 years older than me, so their kids are around my age. So they'll tell me stories of like their kids that I can relate to, and he was talking about his sons who were like 14 and stuff, and it was like, oh, all they do is play Fortnite, and all they do is this stuff. And like I grew up playing video games, and I was like, yeah, no, like there's no problem in that. But he was talking about how they can't hold attention for like another task that's not so.
That's how my
colorful
little
and
brother
poppy.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, and my thing was like, I think because like in myself, I noticed it with Vine. There were so many people on Vine. Shout out to like Caleb City, who could tell a joke in 6 seconds. So it after a while it became okay. Get to the point.
Yeah, get to
Like
the
if you're
point,
not
get
at
to
the
the
point in 6 seconds, I'm
I'm
losing
not even
interest.
gonna hold you. It's the same way with me in video games nowadays. I used to love like, bro. I used to get a single player video game, and I used to actually get mad at people who would get video games and jump straight into online because they'd be like, bruh,
These niggas made a
Right.
whole
Bro, this is why I
game.
love
The
story
best.
mode.
I was about to
And,
say,
like,
I was like,
every
story
single
mode was the
game, I
greatest
love
thing
story
ever,
mode.
bro.
That's why I
I
get
don't
Spider-Man.
even,
This is
bro.
what, bro.
Yeah.
Are you guys
I
playing
have
the new
not-
Spider-Man? I don't play
haven't
video
played
games
it
at
yet.
all.
I have
Yeah,
not
yeah.
played
Yeah.
through
I can't secure PS5.
the last game I played all the way through. Not even all the way 100%, but the last game I played through that was a single player game was God of War. It was great. It's a long ass game, but it's great. It's one of the greatest games I think, definitely of this decade in the last
The
10
last
years.
one I played was Spider-Man PS4.
I didn't finish playing Spider-Man PS4. I didn't finish playing Assassin's Creed, and all these games I give heavy praise to. I finished playing
Assassin's
Doom.
Creed.
I played I played Doom. How much time? What time are we?
We're at about an hour and 20 minutes.
Okay, yeah, we can stay here.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. I really just got pissed.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
about time anyway.
Yeah. All right, man. We love y'all. Oh my God, you
that-
should go.
Was that bad?
No, we don't cut any of this out. This all makes it.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
All right.
These are the growing pains.
All right, man. We love y'all. This has been another Shark Stream episode 9.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
Shout out to
That was
Jeremiah.
fun.
What's the name of the
Fucking
band?
Jeremiah Suede Cassidy.
Suede Cassidy.
Yeah.
Album coming out soon.
Ish.
Need more details.
More people, yeah, it's coming. It's like 85% done. We got we're on Spotify.
Spotify,
Suede
Apple
Cassidy.
Music,
All of it.
SoundCloud,
I think Tidal maybe too.
Tidal.
Yeah.
I think,
We'll put the links in the
Google,
bio.
YouTube.
You know, Google,
all
YouTube.
of it. Yeah.
We'll put the
you.
link in the bio.
We love
That's
y'all.
been episode 9. Black Lives Still Matter. Inside.
Always.
America is back.
Bitches. That's the name of this episode.
Yes, facts.
All right.